If you are wanting to become a life coach or just got your certification and have no idea what to do with it, then this video is for you. Welcome to 15 ways to use your life coach certification. So if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Wright. I am the digital marketing manager and one of the one-on-one coaches for the IGC coaching school. And one of the biggest questions that we get is, okay, I'm certified, now what? And granted, you would think, okay, well, now you coach, now you get clients. But there's honestly so many different things you can do with your certification that is more than just one-on-one coaching, is more than just group coaching, but your certification allows some legitimacy to your business or even to your career, depending on how you go into it and what you do. This video is going to give a very quick rundown on all 15 options. I did a quick series on TikTok and Instagram going through all of these options, as well as you want it split up and want something that's more precise, quick, to the point. But this video was to give more details onto each of these options and how you can get started with them today. So first up, like I mentioned, the obvious one, you start your own coaching business. So in the IGC coaching school, we have a curriculum that we go through with all of our students that gives them the details of how to start and run a coaching business and have their own private practice. This is great for folks who want to work remotely, want to work from home, who want control over their businesses, control over their salary and career, and don't have to worry about where and how that is controlled. They do the controlling for themselves. And this is also great if you already have a business as well and want to add coaching as a service to that specific business. For me, this was the option I did when I started off with. I got my certification, actually launched my business first, and then I got certified. And it was great because I started off with 7 clients. I had my own salary from the very beginning, and I was able to grow and scale my business fairly quickly from there, just with doing my first offer with my first set of clients and building up. For some folks, they do group coaching. For some folks, they do other options. But just doing the general practice of life coaching, promoting it, and going out there is a great first option to start coaching and using that certification to build up your practice. The second option is niche or niche specific coaching. So this is great if you have a specific interest in mind that you want to focus on. So let's say you want to do health and wellness coaching, or if you want to do something around the lines of spirituality or manifestation. If you're a business coach like me, if you do creative coaching, marketing coaching, financial coaching, etc., there's a whole realm of different niches that you can select. And what's great about this too, especially if you're getting certified through IGC, is that when you join our now current program, you actually get assistance in choosing that niche to be best for you, and then getting a full rundown on how to do that business with that niche in mind, all the way down to what questions to ask during a coaching session, which is very helpful. Something that's great about niche specific coaching too is it helps you stand out in your crowd. So I love the fact that you can quite literally go onto Instagram or TikTok and search manifestation coach, or you could search marketing coach or fitness coach, whatever it may be. And if you have that specific niche in your profile name or on your website or whatever it may be, the search engine optimization tied to your name or your niche will appear, and it will be easier for people to find you. This is a great way to stand out in the crowd, stand out in the competition of other folks within your niche as well, and help you immediately go from, well, maybe things are too saturated, to, okay, I can focus, I can attract my people, I can attract my audience, and bring people in from the very beginning. The next option is corporate coaching. I love this option. I think it's a great option because, for one, there are more businesses that are looking to hire coaches to retain their employees. 2, there are more companies that are wanting to do more leadership and executive coaching as a form of development. And 3, in general, if you are already working a full-time job and you think adding on coaching to your current role and helping your coworkers or different roles in the company to develop, and they can use a coach for that, you could pitch your boss, you could pitch your company to provide that service and quite literally change the trajectory of your career. I also love this because this allows you to open the doors to long-term contracts. So let's say you want to leave working for someone on a W-2 and move into a 1099. You can build that out as well and start moving to more contract-based work. I think corporate coaching and just in general looking at different corporations that are hiring coaches is a great way to get clients quickly, to build up your hours and confidence as you're coaching, and to get more practice as a coach who's getting hired and getting paid to coach on a regular basis. Nothing else is going to improve your practice as a coach better than actually coaching and getting paid to do so. I promise. So don't knock the option of corporate coaching out of the bag immediately. The downside of this, one of them, is that you do get paid a little bit less when you go into the corporate side of things, but the pay rate is still anywhere from 30 to 40 an hour versus the average start rate of 150 an hour for someone who's doing coaching. Again, when you're running your own practice, starting at 150 an hour is because you're paying for all the back end. When you're doing corporate coaching, you're not paying for any of the back end. You're not paying for the systems. Typically, you're just coming in, using their systems, and immediately being able to coach with clients that they provide for you. The next option is creating a group coaching program. So I've done this as well. I think group coaching programs are a ton of fun. Group coaching calls are also a ton of fun because you get to quite literally engage with the energy of an entire group versus just one person. And these also tend to be more structured. So week by week, there's more of a guideline. If you love working with people who are going on the same path together as well, this is also a great option for you. And it allows your program to also create community as well for folks who like to do things together. You could run a group coaching program through a Facebook group, through platforms like Kajabi or Mighty Networks, or even using a platform like Community or using another platform. There's literally so many platforms now, School, whatever you decide to do. And whether it's free or paid platforms, you can set the price, you can set the length of the program anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks and build with a group of people together. This is great for folks who love more structure, who love building out different plans from A to Z, who can take a group of people together, and people who also really want to develop not only their group coaching skills, but their facilitation skills as well. Bonus point here too, you can always create different worksheets and exercises for the group to do using systems like Canva, or even going into your Photoshop skills and building out things like there as well. Next, you can create an online course or workshop. So I feel like this is a place where people tend to get confused when it comes to like, I want to become a coach. And then in the effort of becoming a coach, they just put out courses and that's all they do. Courses in itself aren't coaching. Courses are what teachers give. And I feel like there is a piece of teaching that automatically comes into coaching. However, a lot of coaches that I tend to work with and people within our program have courses or workshops that work in a very adjacent way or work side by side basically with their coaching program. So they could have a one-on-one, a group program, and then a course comes along with it for their clients to follow through as additional subject material or additional ways for them to reach their goals quickly. This is also great because courses can also just be sold separately out of a one-on-one or group program offer. So let's say an objection that you're hearing often is, oh, well, I can't afford your one-on-one services. Okay, well, great. I have the course or workshop that all of my clients go through that can help you reach this goal as well if you want to go through that on your own. You can record it, you can do it live, you can do whatever you want with it, and then upload it to platforms like Teachable, Kajabi. Some folks run courses or workshops through their Facebook groups, Mighty Networks, etc. Squarespace also now has a course option. There are so many platforms you can run a course. You can even run a course on Canva, which is crazy to me. But whether it's free or paid, all you have to do is build the material out, record it, much like I'm recording this episode right here on YouTube, and make sure it gets delivered to your students on a timely manner. It's very easy to do. Creating courses is a whole lot easier now than it was 5 or 10 years ago, and it can align really well with your coaching program. Man, we are tearing through these. We're almost halfway there. 6, you can do a webinar or a seminar. So webinars got super popular, especially around the pandemic area. Everyone had their free webinar that you could sign up for. You can go learn something new, and then typically there was a pitch at the end. This is a great way to, for one, like gain leads in general. You can either partner with a different brand or just run ads for the webinar or do organic promotion for these. But essentially allows people to get a peek of what working with you would be like, whether it's be a webinar for your coaching program or for your course or for an offer that you're selling. And you can run these automatically or you can run them live. It doesn't really matter which one that you do. But either way it goes, these are great opportunities for people to get a peek into who you are, what you do, and why they should hire you or work with you to reach their goals. There are really great people out here who are killing it in the webinar space because they have those things either running automatically on autopilot or have it running in a live manner in general, whether it be like bootstrapped or not, and are going out there and doing a live webinar or doing a live seminar monthly, quarterly, etc., as a way to generate leads for their coaching business. There are some folks who do this strictly and they're doing great, and there are some folks who just incorporate this as another marketing way to connect with their people. Either way it goes, what works best for you is what works best for you, but it's another option that you can use your certification to reach out to people, market your offer, and get people to work with. Okay. Number 7 is one of my favorites because it's how I launched my business, and that's writing a book or an ebook. This may seem terrifying, but it's a whole lot easier now than it's ever been just because there's so many more options to get your book out there, especially in places like Barnes & Noble, Amazon, etc. The number one place that you can publish a book at is Amazon KDP. That's probably one of the easiest platforms to use. And this is what I did to launch my first book. I launched a poetry book that was on self-love and healing, and that's what ended up catapulting my coaching business was that book. You can write the book in any place that you feel necessary. There are folks who write books in their notes app. There are folks that write books on Pages or Microsoft Word. Feel comfortable writing the book, write it wherever you feel like you can write it and save it. And then use Canva to design your book. Get all the margins you need, which you can find in Canva, and you can upload the actual book using Amazon KDP. The entire walkthrough process of these can be found on so many different YouTube videos, so I will let you do the research there. But this specific tip not only can be used to build your coaching business, but it can also be used as an additional income stream for you as you sell that book and meet new people. A quick tip on this as well, you can put a QR code at the back of the book and have people scan that to get access to either your link in bio or your opt-in, whatever it may be, to gain leads and get their email addresses. Oh my gosh, that's something I wish I would have done, was get their email address using a QR code in the back of the book, because you're going to want those leads for sure, and Amazon doesn't give them to you. Quick note, for sure. Okay, next, developing coaching products. So this is great because one, these, again, can be used as an additional income stream, but then two, you can give these to your clients. There are so many different things you can use. Journals, workbooks, oracle decks, tarot decks, affirmation cards. Oh my gosh, sticky notes, whatever you feel like you could send to your clients can also be sold separately and online in general. Maybe you have a store or an Etsy shop you can sell these at. Whether they're physical or digital, these do very, very well. And I think what I love about this is also is that it quite literally takes the tools that you teach your clients and allows you to put it in a micro size way and then send it out to anyone who may need it, or promote it whenever you need a cash influx, or use them yourself, give them out as gifts to family members and friends. In the IT community, we have a hat that we sell that says, "Let me ask my life coach." And we have one of our team members, or anytime she wears it, people ask, "Oh, are you a life coach? Where did you get certified at?" There's so many ways to, showcase what you do and promote your business, but then also showcase your expertise, even as small as a physical or digital product you can sell in person or online. So digital and physical products are really easy to make. Digital ones you can make on Canva. You can make physical products using platforms like Printful, and sync it to your website, sync it to your Etsy shop, and have them print on demand for you after you test the product. I'll let you do some more research on this, but it's a great way to physically or digitally have an additional income stream and also give products to your clients to use. The next option is hosting a podcast. This is also not only just a great content option that is SEO driven, and you can quite literally repurpose on all the platforms, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc., but it showcases your expertise from the jump. What are some episode ideas you could do? You could do interviews, you could do solo episodes, you can have live examples of you coaching on the actual podcast. You can pull in a piece of your webinar. We've done this before on the IGC podcast, the Six Figure. We've done this on the IGC podcast before, Six Figure Certified. You can do whatever you want with the podcast. You can run ads to your program. You can partner with different brands to have ads ran as well. If you're an affiliate for a different company, you can run an ad for an affiliate product that you want to sell. Whatever you want to do, you can let this be your main content driver and push it. For me, the next thing I did after I wrote my book was I did a podcast and I ran it for 2 years and I loved it. It is a great way to get in the ears of your listener, to have them tune in on a regular basis, connect with them, showcase your expertise, and build up who you are and your personal brand fairly quickly. The next option is you can host retreats or immersive experiences. We have several students inside of the IGC community that do this. One of them just came back from Bali over the summer and had a lot of fun with her community. For one, this allows you to get paid to travel, and that's a fun thing to do as well. But then two, you can really build out amazing experiences that people can go to and see you in person versus getting it, online, but getting it offline and seeing someone in person, connecting, using your strategies or your coaching methodology on them in different places all over the world. Whether you want to travel to a new country, whether you want to take your clients to a new experience or resort, if you want to go on a cruise and take them out there, you can. There are so many ways to use this experience and to amplify your business and coaching practice, but then you also get to test your coaching methodology in person. You also get to see and hug your clients, which is a whole bunch of fun, and they get to connect with you on a deeper level. I also love retreats because people can come back and attend those retreats over and over again, and some folks do. They'll come for as long as they're in the retreat. They'll come and do it and plan for it, and you can set up ways to do payment plans so that way people can make them more affordable as well. Whatever works best for you and meets your deadlines, you can make it happen, but it's a great way to build a business using your coaching certification and create really fun experiences for not only yourself, but your clients as well. The next option is school or university coaching. This one I actually found out about a couple of years ago because my best friend worked for a program within the MBA department in her school that she teaches for now as a professor that hires PCC coaches to coach for their MBA program. Perks about this. One, these schools will pay anywhere from $150 an hour to $300 an hour if you have your ICF credential. And this is why we push credentialing, because it's so important to get it done, because when you have that credential, it opens up the doors to so many more high-paying jobs. Universities like Rice University, University of Houston, USC, Yale, Howard, Columbia, etc. will hire coaches in person and virtually to work with their students within their programs and help not only retain them, but develop them so they can reach their goals faster. They're typically hiring folks who do leadership coaching, executive coaching, mindset coaching, business coaching, and sometimes they have some lifestyle in there too. So if you need wellness, if you have relationships, there are things that schools will hire for that are very specific niches. But if you meet those niches and you have your credential, you can apply for these roles and then get hired on contract to work with these schools and universities. Additionally, the student departments that do different programming on campus will hire coaches and come in to do workshops, to do seminars, to do classes, etc. Reach out to your alma mater and see if they're looking for a coach that they may want to work with within one of the departments, whether it be your department that you were in or another one. But there's a great opportunity within schools and universities to come in and work with students, especially if you're a career coach, an executive coach, a leadership coach, and so much more. Speaking of career coaching, you can do career coaching for people in transitions. So we have several career coaches that are inside the IGC community that are doing very well because they are either using platforms like TikTok or Facebook to connect with people who are going through a tough time right now. Yes, the economy is hard. People are unemployed. They're looking for different positions and different jobs, and you'd be surprised how open they are to wanting to hire a career coach to guide them through that process. Here's the thing as well, and I was talking about those products that you could use earlier to sell to people: resume template, workbooks, journals, pins. All of these things tie very well into career coaching. And not only could you sell those on a regular basis, whether it be physically or digitally, you can also use those in your practice as well when you're working with your clients. Career coaching is very impactful. I believe that there's a huge need, especially with women, to have the power and know how to negotiate for your salary, how to advocate for yourself when you're looking for a new job, how to look through the BS, quite literally, and look into yourself when it comes to your confidence and ability to apply for a job that you're not only qualified for, but even for the jobs that you may not qualify for all the things, but you could be trained up to be. Having a career coach can have a huge impact on that process, and going into career coaching can also change the trajectory of your career as well, quite literally. Okay, next, and this is a big one, you can collaborate with different therapists and people in the mental health space. I know there's like a whole bunch of, I don't want to say like hoopla, but that's what it feels like sometimes, around therapists versus coaches versus counselors versus consultants, etc., right? Collaboration in this business is key. And you may run into a client or a different issue, honestly, that you cannot handle because it is not in your realm space as a coach to handle certain things. Therapists dive deep into trauma. Therapists dive deep into resolving things that we experienced in the past. Coaches are all about how can we progress forward this and move forward into the future. So if you know you can't dive deep into a trauma-filled situation and you're not a trauma-informed coach, which one of our directors actually works in this field specifically, if you're not her, if you're not that, then partnering with a therapist to get the client what they need is going to be important. So you could either reach out and collaborate and do a maybe like partnered program, or you could even refer that client out to the therapist and then they refer you back once they're finished with that program. You can do workshops with different therapists as well, or mental health advocates and professionals. There are so many ways you could really build that out, but having that network and building that up now is super important. Okay. Few more. As a coach, you can go into social media content creation. So I do this. I feel like we all do this because it's for my marketing. But actually building up a brand that allows you to do social media content creation, for one, is going to allow for a couple of things. One, if you build up enough of a brand or a big enough brand, it allows you to qualify for monetization on your platforms. So whether it be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all of these platforms now have the ability to pay you for your content. Some platforms pay more than others, but that's the first thing you could do with that. The second thing you can do with content creation as a coach is brand partnerships. So if you have a specific audience that converts very well and listens to the recommendations that you have, then you very well could look at the partnering with a company that aligns with your niche. So for example, let's say you're a wellness coach and you want to work on maybe suggesting a different beverage. Let's say you're looking into Olipop because they have really great digestive benefits, right? They're a probiotic soda. You partner with Olipop, you work out a different brand deal with them, and whether it's one time or reoccurring, it allows you to track the analytics and see how well your audience converts to your recommendation of ordering their beverage. It could be in that format when it comes to affiliate work. It could just be a one-time payment, whatever it may be. But having the ability to do those brand partnerships and building up that as well across all of your platforms is another option as well. And then, like I said, social media content creation as a coach allows you to build your expertise. So you're building community, you're setting up your own monetization options as well. So if you want to do subscribers onto your platform, you can. But when we take on this role as a coach, we quite literally also become creators that are connecting with our people and building community to build our clients overall, if that's what you choose to do. But there's ways to do that without having to sacrifice yourself or sacrifice your privacy. That's a whole other video, honestly. But it's going to happen either way it goes, especially if you're running business for yourself. Really tap into the process and be intentional about how you showcase your expertise as a coach. Lean into that, connect with your people. And once you feel comfortable with that, you can start reaching out to brands as early as you want. More brands are looking for smaller creators with highly engaged audiences, and they will pay you to promote their product or refer them to their service, whatever it may be. If it's in alignment with you as a creator and as a business owner, step into that more. I kind of combine those last two steps because they go hand in hand when it comes to affiliate marketing and brand partnership. So I will give a bonus tip here. Another thing you can do, and this is as you go further into the coaching space with your certification, is look into schools to potentially train for. Something that I think we can keep in mind about this process is that most schools are going to hire their students because they want people who are bought into their methodology, bought into their practices, are good examples of what happens when you go through a program, you graduate, and you will. And if you decide you also want to teach how this happened, then you can too, right? That's pretty common with most schools that are training different coaches, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think, though, that if you do well and you want to continue giving back to your community, ask the school you went through. And IGC does this. This is how I got involved with IGC. Now I train and I coach for them, right? Do you have any options for your certified and credentialed coaches to come back and teach, to come back and train, to come back and work for the company? They're going to find a way to get you involved one way or another. For IGC, we do affiliate marketing, we do brand partnerships, we bring on our students and alumni to do work study, to do roles in the company, like mine, for example. I do digital marketing, even though that has nothing necessarily to do with coaching. It works well because I know the company, I know our values, I know our mission like the back of my hand, so marketing it is very easy. And then I have a background in graphic design and digital marketing. So it also works. Someone who is wanting to build up in the company and wants to see things happen for themselves can make that happen. So whether you go through IGC or go through a different company, you can always ask, is it an option to either partner with y'all or train with you and flex that muscle that I was able to now have since working and going through y'all's program? The likelihood of them saying yes is also high. All right. Oh, so those were 15 different ways that you can use your life coach certification. If this video was helpful, one, I want you to let me know your favorite takeaway and option in the comments below. And we're going to write back with you, obviously, about which one that is and see how we can make it happen for you. Two, if you're watching this video and you're like, I want to become a life coach, I want to make this happen for myself, I have a way of how it could happen now because of this video, then I want you to book a call with our admissions team over at www.innerglowcircle.com/call. You'll be on the phone with our admissions advisor, so I'll guide you through the process of getting you into our level 1 coaching program and show you what it can be like to not only get your certification, but then what it would be like to get your credentials. You open up even more opportunity for yourself as you're out in the world looking for a different role or position as a certified coach. Yes, this career opens up a ton of doors when it comes to the financial side of things. But I feel like in the past, people, including myself, because I tapped into this too, we all make mistakes, right? People talk about the money, right? At the end of the day, becoming a coach is not a get rich quick scheme. It is not an MLM. You are running a business. You are building your career. This is a trade that people do on a regular basis. And when you practice and work really hard on your craft and you get really good at it, your clientele is going to speak for yourself. The work you do will speak for itself. How you show up will also speak for itself as well. And you can take this wherever you want to go. I have ran a coaching practice for the last 5 years. I took it to a large Fortune 500 corporation for 2 years as well. I'm back now and doing work for myself in my business full time. I'm working with IGC. I work on contract with other companies. There are ways for you to make this really work, but you have to believe in yourself. It's more than just the money. Putting the time and effort to make it happen for you is also so important. Make it as big as you want to, baby. I love you, Glow Getters. I hope this video was helpful. Again, let us know in the comments below your favorite takeaway. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the next video. Have a great day.